for the Sepsiss Show. Music, art, culture, social media, technology, and more.
And more.
Yep. We are, if you didn't know, we are a hard rock and heavy metal band from the great Granite State of New Hampshire. Yep. Our name is Sepsiss. We're from Manchester, New Hampshire. We're also activists, speakers. We do some podcasting, some streaming, and content creation. To the left of me, actually to the right. Would it be the right on the other way?
I think it'd be to their right, our left.
To my left and your right, our esteemed keyboard player, Screamer. And, damn it, we need a new merch, girl. Button's not working as usual. Every time I announce you and all of your various duties, I realize, holy shit, we don't got a merch girl.
Yeah. If you're a merch girl, please apply to be a merch girl or boy.
Or boy.
Or non-binary.
Right. You could be
Any of those things.
You could be a merch fish.
Yeah.
How's your beta fish doing, Lexi?
Great. He's doing awesome. He loves it here.
For those that are keeping score, and for those of you at home that are keeping up with the storyline, Lexi has got herself a beta fish. How come you're so high and I'm so low today? What happened? What is going on? This is crazy
Maybe
people
if I
stuff.
Scooch it down. How about that? Is that better?
That's better. We're working with it.
Are we at the same level now?
I feel like we're doing it.
Okay.
Guys, here on the show, we cover the topics and conversations, some challenges that, local promoters and other people in the music industry might be too polite or well-behaved to cover. Those are the kind of stories we like to cover.
Yeah.
On here. This isn't your typical talk show or chat room or podcast. It's kind of all three. The chat is open for discussion. Of course, you guys can jump in and interact with us. We appreciate you and encourage you to do so. Of course, the internet is a place where people go when their talking points and perceptions don't always hold up in the real world, and we know that. So if your goal coming to visit us tonight is to seek wisdom and speak the truth, then you've definitely found yourself a home, and it's in your best interest to always be persuasive along with us, because conversations really are the key ingredients and recipe to hope. And it's good to be persuasive because people have a hard time following along with the truth. Never trust anyone that attempts to convert questions of truth into questions of power. Study us, hate us, or love us. Everybody, welcome once again
Woo!
to the Sepsiss Show. It's interesting. When I press one button, it will work. And then when I go and try to use another, it won't.
That's different. There must be something up with the mechanism.
Is there any Sepsiss news other than show? I mean, we'll go over shows, I guess.
Yeah.
March 6th. That's our first show of the year, Lex.
Yeah. I'm excited.
We're playing a show called Girls to the Front.
Hell yeah. Girls to the front.
The show is in Brattleboro, right?
Brattleboro, Vermont.
Brattleboro, Vermont, at the legendary Stone Church. I love the Stone Church.
Yeah. I like the acoustics there.
The following night, we will be in Norwood.
You heard it here first. Yes. You did it.
Everybody thought I was going to say something else, but I didn't.
It's Norwood, Massachusetts.
And that is for a female-fronted night at the Magic Room. We're so excited, of course, because that will be our second show, of course, with the amazing, the chart-topping, award-winning and nominated Awaiting Abigail.
Woo! Yeah.
That's going to be so much fun.
I'm excited to play with them.
I'm excited for them, and we've never played with Sex Coffee. And if there's two things that I love, it's coffee and sex.
Hands down.
That's way better than naming your band Sepsiss.
Yeah, just a little bit.
You know what I'm saying? I can tell the truth. You know what I mean? If
Speaking of coffee,
we would sell more T-shirts if our name would have been Sex Coffee. I bet you they sell a lot of coffee and sex.
Yo, if they have their own coffee brand, killer.
Yes, but we have our own sex brand, Killer. So we may
More
not,
metal bitches.
right, we may not sell coffee. Oh boy, but we do sell sex.
Hell yeah, we sell sex. It's the shit.
So I can't wait for that.
It's the backbone of the economy.
What the fuck is up with this thing?
Oh,
I think I have too much bass or something going on.
Oh.
It's been doing it
Oh.
lately. I've been noticing it on playback, especially like when we're going to cut the reels.
Mm.
I'm like, wow, the gain is not really loud either. I chopped it back. Hopefully it will even itself out. How come the monitor has gone off? Did you notice that?
Yeah.
Have you seen that? Can we fix that? Maybe it's like a loose connection or something.
Oh, you want to know what it is? I think the TV automatically shut off.
I didn't know it did that.
Yeah.
Oh.
The more you know.
Yes, so I figured we would double back a little bit, full circle, because, we have a new song coming out.
Yes.
And it's called No Kings, and it comes out February 11th. And make no mistake, I'm going to speak slowly and clearly. It is a song that is condemning the pedophile protector Epstein class administration. It is also condemning police brutality and the actions of ICE.
Someone's got to do it.
Okay, that's so. So, we have all kinds of different fans that come in all different colors and shapes and sizes. Okay. And, of course, we make some strong posts routinely condemning pedophiles. We make posts condemning pedophiles. We make songs and posts condemning colonialism and slavery. We make posts and we are very outspoken when it comes to police brutality and racism. And we're going to continue to do it. You can label it role play, playtime, educational. You can label it political. But we're going to continue posting and speaking out against child abuse and child trafficking. And just because you call it political doesn't mean we're going to change the topic. Just calling it political is not enough for me to change the topic.
Definitely.
Pointing out that I'm brown is not enough for me to change who I truly am. Do you see what I'm saying?
Mm.
Saying Sepsiss is more metal today or less metal tomorrow isn't going to change the quality or the volume of how much music we create.
Yeah.
So you may not like a topic, you may not like some of our song lyrics, you may not like all of our music. We know that our fans don't like every line that we write. We know that people that follow us don't love every single song. You guys don't have to love every song and every post or line because we never intended on being liked or accepted by everyone all the time.
Surprise!
Just like there is no requirement for you to like our music, we don't require you to like it. There is no requirement for us to accept you and whether or not you accept us. Our music isn't really for everybody. And people point out a lot of the time how crazy we might be because we are entertainers, we are musicians who, unlike the majority of entertainers, we are not in the business of being qualified or accepted by everyone. It's not something we rely on, and it's not something I depend on. I don't require. Lexi doesn't require. The band itself and the music doesn't exist and require or depend on you liking it. We are fully aware that people are going to like some of the things that we say, and they're going to dislike some of the things that we say. They're going to love some of the music that we write, and some of it is going to be a skip or a pass. That's kind of one of the cool things about being in this band is like some bands, they sound alike, they have the same kind of topics, you know, rappers and singers and songwriters that sing about love, they tend to sing about love. People that are gangsters tend to do the gangster thing, and they can't go anywhere else because they won't be accepted or loved. We don't have to deal with that here. That's just not something that this band is required to do.
So we expect people to not like everything that we do. That's why we do what we do. Most of it is experimental. Like the song, for example, You Already Know.
For sure.
That's pretty experimental. And also on the flip side, some people do like it, but on the other side, people don't like it. But we expected that going into the creation of that.
We have never written a song or made a post or composed a lyric that we thought or wanted or planned as a strategy for everybody to like. I would say mutually, when we write something that we think people are going to love, it's quite the opposite. We actually measure how much people are going to hate it and be disgusted about it.
And use that metric as our driving force on if we're going to do it or not.
That is part of our recipe. It's not about being right. It's not about being liked. It's not being the best or the first. Being us is about being polar. Moving from one song and feeling like you're at home, and then moving to the next part of the song or moving to the next album or EP and feeling like it's brand new again. We like to move through the sections of the song. We like to move through the process and pathway of our career and our story mode. This is our story. This isn't just some economy for us or some kind of a casino or popularity contest. Music for us, heavy metal, rock and roll, rap music, all the things that we've done, this isn't some sort of a role play or a reality show or a game show. Not for us. Okay, so I know that a lot of bands have a strategy and a recipe, and they're looking for a method to get the most people to like them, to hook the majority. I understand that, and for some bands that makes perfect sense. It is not our goal to study someone else's definition and model of success and then try to recreate that.
No.
So a lot of people will ask us, oh, what? You know, 'cause I'm MAGA, you know, this music's not for me? Nope, it ain't. Nope. It's not for you. Our music is not written for white supremacists. No. I know that there are a lot of bands out there that they write music and they're transparent, and they're trying to get to everybody and they want everyone's attention. We don't. We don't want to be loved. We don't want to be played on radio stations with nationalists and hate groups. No, if you are in a hate group, doesn't matter what color you are. If you are in a hate group, we don't want you listening to our music.
Simple.
Our music isn't for people that hate people. Our music is for smart people that love people. So yeah, some bands, they write music for everybody. But I gotta specify that just because we are outspoken against pedophiles and police brutality doesn't mean that we are Republicans, Democrats, or independents. We are especially a non-political group. I couldn't make this more clear to you. Just because we don't root on ICE and we point out the fact that Donald Trump is an adjudicated sex offender found liable by a jury of his peers, just because we point out that fact does not mean that we are Republicans, Democrats, independents, or indeed even a fan of politics. It's quite the opposite.
Mm-hmm.
So, you can call it whatever you want. But if you are a fan of politics, absolutely you are welcome to love our music. There is nothing that limits Republicans or Democrats or independents from liking our music. Come one, come all. What we don't want is people that protect pedophiles to like our music.
Yeah, definitely don't want that at all.
Right. What we don't want. So I'll say something like, if you hate black people, our music is not for you. And then somebody will respond with, why is Sepsiss being political? Whoop.
That's not a political
Whoop.
statement.
Gotcha. Nope. The statement is responding to a behavior, not who somebody is. Not a label, not a title. So when we make posts, we're not making posts about labels and titles and politics. What we are making posts about, what we write lyrics and songs about, are behaviors and the things that human beings do to each other. Nonpartisan.
Yeah.
All right. And I could go on for a long time about who our music is for and who it isn't for, but I figured that we'll do a once over, a once and for all. Yeah, right. So to make it clear to everybody that not only does this have nothing to do with politics, because Lexi, are you a Republican?
No.
Are you a Democrat?
No.
Do you plan on voting or cheering for any political public figures anytime soon?
No.
Do you pledge the allegiance?
Absolutely not.
Okay. So, so in order for you to play American politics, you would have to be a fan of some of these public figures and their talking points, and you'd have to pledge your allegiance.
I'm not pledging to nothing.
So because you're not pledging to anything means you're not in a position to defend the Democrats, are you?
No.
And I'm not in a position to defend Republicans or independents, which makes what we do here not aligned. We are not in allegiance. We do not pledge any allegiance to any symbols, flags, signs, badges, or banners. Okay? So the topics that we cover are challenging, no question. They are social topics, they are current event topics, But they're not political because we're not familiar, we're not educated, we are not in tuned, we are not aligned with any parties. We would have to be aligned and we'd have to pledge our allegiance to the country and to a political party in order for us to make topic points that are reinforcing those ideas. So the ideas that we talk about here are the ideas that we have ourselves. Whether you like them or not, the ideas and the opinions that we have here are ones that we have formed ourselves from being business owners, from being parents, from being fish owners. and you know, and more importantly, for you know, our experience being human beings. Sepsiss and the Swarm, as a family, this group, our music, our lyrics, are for people who don't believe being accepted or liked by everyone is an accurate definition of value or success. If that's hard for you to digest, get fucked.
This is not for you then.
It's
like
not for
nothing
you.
on this page or any page you find us on is not for you.
Right. If that disappoints you, you're better off ignoring us. Because all that yippity yapping and blabbing and commenting ain't enough for me to change the topic.
No.
Being liked by everyone isn't something that we consider successful. Okay? I know a lot of people don't even know why they're on the internet or on social media. It's hard for them to say out loud why, but we know the reason why we're here. I don't know why you're here. We're here for attention. Hello? We're here for attention. Spiked out on me. That's crazy, right?
Yeah, I went out for a second.
So I'll tell you the reason why we're here. We are here for we are on social media for the number one reason no one can admit they're here. Our band is on social media for the number one reason that everyone else is embarrassed and too weak to admit. We are here for attention. And because we know why we are here, we can match ideas, words, and behaviors to the goals and purpose, to the cognitive strategy that we have rolled out. It's something that we prepare and we predict from day to day, moment to moment. This is our dream. This is our composition, you know? This is our career arc. This is our legacy. This is our magnum opus. This is our legacy.
Legacy.
It's our legacy.
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 This is our legacy.
Legacy.
We don't want fucking murderers and pedophiles and stalkers to even like our music. We don't want stalkers and fucking racists to even like us. What the fuck?
Go away.
Go the fuck away with that shit.
Why are you here?
Right, and look, I don't want to stop anybody from being a disgusting racist pig. I'm not part of any groups that want to force other people what to do. What I'm saying is, I'll do my rainbow woke shit over here, right?
Mm-hmm.
I'll do my naked queer shit in my pop metal.
Mm-hmm.
I'll condemn pedophiles right here. And there ain't a damn thing that you're going to do to stop me. And you could go over there and be a puke. And I'm not going to stop you. What baffles me is why people want to hang out with us so fucking bad. Like, I don't want to stop racists from being racist. In fact, go right ahead. What I don't want to do is hang out with them. You know what we do need to stop, though? Pedophiles from being pedophiles. We got to pull the plug on that.
Yeah.
So that is one thing. When we're out here condemning pedophiles, I don't know how people make that political. The one place we should all have common grounds on, the one place, no matter if you're black, if you're white, if you're a fucking hat, even if you're a fucking hat, you fucking hats, even if you're a fucking puke hat, I feel like the one place we should have common ground on, you fucking hats, is, respecting and protecting all little children. But protecting all little children is too decent for the hats.
Yeah, because they have to pick and choose which children to protect.
And you have to pick and choose your favorite pedophiles.
Yeah, I have to pick and choose them too.
And that's what's cool about being nonpartisan. That's what's cool about not pledging your allegiance, is you get to make up your own mind.
Mm-hmm.
So we're limited. We're limited by the amount of fans that we can have. For instance, we can't have murderers and pedophiles and people like that. We can't have liars and fucking dangerous people around us.
No bigotry.
Right. We don't want those type of fans. So we've really limited the amount of fans that we can have.
And we're telling you, not trying to control you, but telling you to please go away.
Scram. Right.
Do that hatred stuff
over there.
Somewhere, not here.
There is plenty,
not welcomed here.
And there is plenty of space online where you can be a sick motherfucker.
Go be a sick motherfucker
over
with
there.
All the other sick motherfuckers. That's why we have the internet, for all of you to join groups with each other of like-minded people.
There is enough racists and sexists and misogynists in metal where you guys could all go make your own website together, circle jerk and finger fuck each other and amp each other up and fucking high five.
Mm-hmm.
Beat it.
Do it over there. Don't do it over here.
Right. And the weird thing is when you guys act like this and behave like that and, support organizations like ICE and the Epstein class, and then you want to be cool with people like me, and you want some pussy from some pretty girls. You want to come to the party and get kitty meow meow and hang out with the cool kids. But we told you guys back in 1995.
No kitty meow meow if y'all gonna be acting like that.
Right. Everybody knows hats, the Ku Klux Klan, pedophiles, no kitty meow meow.
No kitty meow meow at all.
That shit is funny. We truly, the thing is, Lexi, is we only want the right people to listen to our music. When we talk about our true fans, we're not talking about everybody. We're talking about the people that are familiar with the lyrics to our songs.
Mm-hmm. That sing them in the crowd with friends.
That's nice. But people should understand that our lyrics mean rights for women. Rights for black and brown people. That's literally what our music is about. So when people snap in suspense and they are shocked that we believe women should have rights to their body parts, or that Puerto Rican people should be able to go to store without getting their pockets searched, when we point out stuff like that, we boldly and clearly say that it's not a political issue and that we put these types of topics in our music. Our songs, our lyrics are actually all about protecting marginalized and vulnerable people. Our lyrics in songs are about helping out homeless people, and really, most recently, speaking out against racism and sexism and unfair treatment. Police brutality and physical abuse, child trafficking. That's literally what our music is about. So it surprises me when people find out what our lyrics are about. It's like, at the same time, we're finding out that you're not really a fan. You must have listened to none of our music or paid attention to none of our lyrics. All of our music is about, having the richest people in the world share the wealth with the most poorest, sickest, oldest, vulnerable people. That's literally what our music is about. Is about standing up for handicapped people and black people and gays and lesbians. Literally, our music is about protecting marginalized people. So people that are in the shadows and pretending to be a fan, it's easy to tell when you guys aren't fans of us because you've never listened to our music. You've never really listened to the lyrics. If you listen to the lyrics, you'd know why our social media posts go along with all of these things. It wouldn't be such a surprise to you. If you've come to watch us play, if you've met us in real life and see how we dress with long hair and rainbows and we come half naked.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? We make music for the kind of people who believe that the planet is round. If you believe that the planet is flat, we don't make music for you.
Yeah.
I hate to no, and hey, sorry, no hard feelings. We don't make music for idiots. We don't make music for mean people. We don't make music for racists and punks. We don't make music for snitches. We don't make music for colonizers. Hey, there are plenty of bands out there that are sick in the fucking head and they make music for you. Like a horror movie. There are plenty of bands out there that will satisfy you with all your sick fantasies. This ain't it. Don't get mad at us. We're not preventing you from being a sick fuck. There are plenty of bands out there. There are plenty of social media pages and podcasts where you can consume all day and be satisfied with hallucinating and getting the dopamine rush from all of your hate and bigotry. There's a never-ending supply of misogynistic sickos online that you can hang out with. So good for you.
It's a happy day for you.
Right. So don't be upset when I draw the lines. Another thing is, I'm going to say right off the bat, our music is for people that love gay people. If you don't love black people, if you don't love gay people, our music ain't for you. Get the fuck out of here. Fuck you. If you don't love women, if you don't love gay people, if you don't love black people, and I'm not even talking about, yeah, I got a black friend. No, if you don't love black people from the bottom of your heart, our music ain't for you. Get the fuck out of here. If you don't love Jewish people and Puerto Ricans and lesbians, this music ain't for you. Why does that come as a surprise? It should come to no surprise to you.
Beat it.
Beat it. This group is for people that love black and brown people equally. This is a group, this is a band, and our fans are people that can say publicly and share on their Facebook posts, yo, slavery was wrong. If you don't believe slavery was wrong, if you don't believe slavery is real, then get the fuck out of here. This ain't for you. Some people, porno's not for them. Maybe they're mild to wild. Maybe they're vanilla. Maybe they only do fucking hand jobs. It's none of my business what you do in your private life. If that's your limit, if you get online and whoop, softcore is your limit, then that's for you. I'm not telling you what to do.
Nope.
But if you can't be in our group and look another adult in the eye and agree together in plain English that slavery was wrong, then this music isn't for you, because that is what our lyrics are about. I'm not strapping anybody down to a chair and making them watch hardcore porn. I'm not strapping you down to a chair and making you listening to my opinions. I didn't invite you to comment on my page. And I'm not strapping you down and making you watch Saw. I'm not forcing people to go to LGBTQ rallies. And I'm not forcing you, and I don't want you to like my music. And that may be disappointing because that's the one weapon that people like to use against musicians. As if you don't do what I say, then I don't like your music. Well, I got some news for you. What if I told you that we planned on writing music that people weren't going to like? What if we knew every time that we completed a song, what if we knew that half of the people we were going to show it to were going to hate it? Then you know what my strategy really is. You see? There's no skeletons in my fucking closet. I don't wear a hood. I don't wear a fucking hat. I wear one of these hats. You know the hat I'm talking about. The kind that hides your fucking face. The things that I say, the things that we write in our lyrics don't rely or depend on other people to accept them or believe in them or stand by them. If you want to really understand what side I'm on, here is the side that I'm on. Here is the side that we are all on. We are on the side that stands up against misogyny, racism, prejudice, and homelessness. We are on the side that stands up for abuse. School lunches. We stand up against school violence, and we stand up for school lunch. We stand against magical thinking, police brutality and violence, homophobia. We also stand up for due process. And you don't have to be a Republican or a Democrat or an expert about politics or opinionated to appreciate, due process and everybody's right to a fair public trial. You feel me?
Yeah.
You shouldn't be arrested.
100%.
You shouldn't be just arrested and whisked away somewhere.
No.
No matter who you are.
Not with no due process.
Right. Things should be done in public where everybody can examine the details. Nobody should just be running around vanishing, redacting, deleting,
pretending that they're above the law.
Whatever it is. Right. You can play Scrabble words and remix the English all you want to.
You are not above the law.
We also believe that MAGA is a hate group, unequivocally. You could call it whatever you want to and categorize it and label it as you wish. But the reason why they're not allowed at our table is because we don't believe that MAGA is a political group. We believe that it is a white supremacist, nationalist, and we also believe that it is a hate group, a shadow hate group that hides behind politics. We don't make political posts. We make posts condemning police brutality, colonialism, white supremacy, and condemning the pedophile Epstein class, regardless of political alignment or features. It's not who somebody says they are. It's what the individual or the group is doing. It's not about who MAGA says that they are. It's what they do. It's not about who Christians say they are. It's about what they do. It's not about what Sepsiss says we are. It's about what we do. We make posts condemning slavery and racism. That's what we do. Do you get what I'm saying? That's the reason for the band. So if you don't like our lyrics, if you don't like what we do, that's who we are. Crime and racism aren't necessarily political topics. And let's remember that slavery was also legal in this very country. So I don't want to talk about legal. Black people don't care about legal. And I can't speak for everybody. But I don't care about legal. Breakfast cereal can be labeled political if you're truly hallucinating, everyone. If you try hard enough, shoe polish or tube socks can be political to the dumbest motherfucker in the room. Anybody that wants to change the topic can use that same tired old trick. We believe that MAGA is a far-right, white national supremacy group. Simply put, we think that they're fronting as a political group to keep making political talking points. Mythical and gooey politics to us. The truth is, it's just old-fashioned nationalism, Christian extremists, and police brutality. Call it what you want. We call it police brutality. The eyes don't lie. The eyes don't lie. We saw 2 people get shot last week. Call it what you want.
Happy 2026.
Right. Call it what you want. We also believe that they use religious books and primarily the Bible to get there. We believe MAGA and white supremacist groups use the Bible to get there. Similar to how it was used in the genocide of Native Americans and the enslavement of African Americans. That's right. We're against a movement that we believe hosts and harbors white nationalism, sexism, and supremacy. We believe that MAGA does all of this while hiding behind politics and the Bible. You can do whatever the fuck you want with that. You can do whatever you want to do in your own house. You can pray to whoever you want, and you can hallucinate about your skin color in your own home. You can pray to whatever gods or devils you want to in your own fucking groups, but you can't do it here. You can hate whoever you want, but you can't do it here. MAGA's not welcome here. They'll never be welcome here. They're never welcome here because we believe that they are a terrorist and hate group. We view MAGA the same way as we view the Ku Klux Klan. They're the Klan. We view MAGA as the Klan. No different.
The Klan.
Instead of hanging out in the comment sections or fucking hanging out on our pages or groups in secret, instead of pretending that you're our fan, instead of pretending that you listen to our music, people that are hiding, do us a favor, write down everything I say, copy and paste it, copy the entire monologue, put it into Grok, put it into Facebook, put it into Google, and see how they respond to it. I appreciate all you guys for your attention to this matter. And now we can get back to our usual debauchery. What's so funny about it? We had to go over it at least once. We have a new song coming out, and everyone's gonna.
Thank you for your attention to this matter.
Right, you know what I'm talking about. Right. You like that? I had to. So,
that's funny.
because the No Kings song is coming out, and I think everybody should know what it's about.
Yes, they should.
Like, let's not. If you are a secret fan and you've been holding on to us because secretly you think that we're soft on racism, surprise! You feel what I'm saying? Like, you should know now, motherfucker. It's on.
Oh, you bet your ass it's on.
Right. If you're a fucking misogynist, you don't appreciate women, or you're down with the Epstein class, or you somehow justify the action of ICE, it's up and it's fucking stuck. I don't give a fuck what you call it. You got a problem with us. It's on. We're writing about it. We're posting about it. I'm not telling everybody to take to the streets and strangle people. No, but I think that there is a lack of artists. I think that there's a lack of podcasters and public figures in the space right now who can say up front, clearly, boldly, this is wrong. Police brutality is wrong.
Boo.
Child trafficking, bipartisan, nonpartisan, is double barrel, 2 shots, 2 thumbs down. It should be a place. Child trafficking and abuse should be a nonpartisan place where we all find common ground. But nope, not the sickos. So, if you are a secret sicko fan, motherfucker, here we go again. I'm telling you guys once again, you're not wanted, you're not needed. We never liked you. Hit you in the aha. We never liked you. So if you are a closet secret weirdo fan in here, and you are under suspicion of all the stuff we just talked about, if you got a fucking problem with our posts or what we write about or our lyrics, hit you in the aha. And if you really, 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 really don't like it, you can say it to my face. So that's what it is. I don't care. Call your mother, call the cops, call Chuck E. Cheese, call Ronald McDonald, and all the American greats. I'm telling you now, you're not welcome. You were never invited. Aha! Joke's on you. We fucking never liked you. So if you've been wearing a hood, or you're a closet racist, and you think that we like you because you're heavy metal, if you are sweet on hate, fuck you. If you are sweet on homophobia or sexism, fuck you. There's more to come. We don't care if you like it or dislike it. We don't care how many people are watching it or not watching it. Y'all know what time it is. Let's get to our first story.
Yeah,
I
sorry.
gotta go through the numerous oh my god. We're gonna have to do this one after.
What? Okay.
We can't cover this right now after covering that. I need a break. You know I'm gonna rip his fucking head off.
Hell yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Let's talk about it, Randy.
Yeah. Let's do it.
I'm gonna let you get this one.
Okay.
We gotta make sure we're not gonna run into the bullshit. You know what I'm saying?
This one's been pretty good.
Oh my god, look at all this madness. Are you shitting me? Are we lagging or anything?
No.
Oof. You know how it is. Oh, what was that? See that?
Yeah, it's lagging a little bit. Okay.
Something happened right there. What is that? That's
It's
an ad.
loading. Yeah.
We don't want it. Can we get rid of it? How did you get rid of it before? That was so smart.
The 3 buttons on the side.
Oh my god. This is intense.
Stop seeing this ad.
Forever. I don't ever want to see it. What's it going to give us another one now, right?
Yep.
Oh, that's miserable.
Okay, so there's a banner.
That should be all right, though, right?
Yeah.
We're not going to go into it. We're not going to really go into like a big thing.
Looks like it's just pictures.
And like we're not going to go crazy on this cuz we already just did.
What a picture.
Now, I was going to cover this, but we just did. But let Randy have at it.
Lamb of God's Randy Blythe rails against Trump, ICE, and more. If you are an artist like me, do not remain silent in the face of all of this cruelty, inhumanity, and corruption. Fucking let them have it.
This is Lamb of God.
I love Randy Blythe.
You know, and there was some other people that were like, oh, man. but what about, they were doing the whataboutisms. You know what I'm talking about? The what about. Have you guys heard of this now in the chat? It's new to me, okay?
We just learned about it today, and honestly, it is such a waste of time.
So I learned about this thing called whataboutisms. Now, you have to forgive me. I'm from state prison. And you don't do whataboutisms in state prison because someone's going to break your nose. It's that simple.
Huh?
But, like, when it comes to Lamb of God and how they feel about this, people do the whataboutism. And so I was watching people in the comment section, and they were like, but what about when Randy did some off-the-wall rumor or antic? I don't know. The insinuation was that he did some hat type of activity before.
Oh?
And you know what I said to that, though? Let's say that you were a fucking hat in 2019. Right?
Mm.
And then your dear leader said, hey, man, go outside without a mask. And then your mother died. Right? And you're like, you know what? Fuck that. The earth is round. I'm going to wear a mask. You know?
Yeah.
And I believe in science. Right? Say you grew up a little bit. You were a hat because it was the pandemic. You watched a lot of Joe Rogan. You know what I mean? You fell into a QAnon hole, and you became a hat. But later, after your mother died for not wearing a mask, you figured out, fucking A, man, microbiology was discovered in the 1920s. This shit is real. And they never talked about it in the Bible because they were fucking stupid. They never mentioned microbiology in the Bible, the Quran, or on the walls of the Mayan fucking temples. Not because they were assholes, Lexi. Because they didn't know science yet. Forgive me. They're not bad people. They're not jerks.
Mm-hmm.
What I meant to say was, the people that wrote the Bible and the Quran, the people that etched in the modern day, the people that wrote on the walls of the Great Pyramid, they weren't bad people. They just did not have the education on microbiology. They just didn't have tools.
Mm-hmm.
They didn't have microscopes. And so that's why you never hear about bacteria in the Bible. That's why you never hear about, water bears or protozoa or single-cell organisms in the Quran.
Mm-hmm.
It's not that they were mean people. So what am I saying? Maybe Randy was a jerk before, or maybe he's done something that was unattractive before. I'm going to say it right now. Everybody, please look at your screen. There have been many things that I have done in my life that would make the person sitting next to me cringe. Now that I've admitted that, everybody at home, do it with me. We have all done something so disgusting. We have all done something embarrassing. We have all done something so awful that we would not want to tell our best friend or the person sitting next to us. Do you get that? Guys, we are all kind of a work in progress, right? And that's why we have these conversations, because they're the ingredients to hope. So what I'm saying is, I don't know what Randy did or didn't do. I don't even know. But I know what he's doing now. And it's not what you say he is. It's not what label we put on him. It's what he's doing. So I can only comment on what he's doing right now. Because there have been many things that I have done and said in the past, even online on the internet. Sometimes I come across stuff on the internet. I'm like, oh my God, I would never say what I said then. We've been on the internet for 15 years. And some things don't age well, you know? Topics come and go. News is always breaking, right? So because we all have breaking news, everybody, you know, when you're a podcaster or even a musician, like us and Randy, right? Let me put it back on the screen. Sepsiss and Lamb of God are both releasing controversial songs and content dealing with the modern times, much like Two Live Crew did, Public Enemy, Slayer, Twisted Sister, Rage Against the Machine, or System of a Down. All of these bands are great bands. And you see it in other genres as well. I was going to go on, but you guys get the point. There are many great artists and musicians throughout the course of history that wrote about and reported about the things that they saw, the experiences, the smells, the sights, and the sounds of the culture of modern day politics and societies. Not all bands make transparent music about bubblegum and parties, everybody. Not everybody, and that's fine if you're a band that does that. If you make music, you know, about music, then good for you. You know, like there are those people that make music about music. Dance, 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 music, fun, fun, dance time. Fucking great. There's a time and place for everything. I don't want to listen to gangster shit all day. I don't want to eat hot wings every night.
Yeah.
You know? People probably think they want a blowjob every night. People probably think they want a back rub every 5 minutes. But have you ever had a back rub every 5 minutes? You might change your mind. And so did Randy. Maybe when he was younger he said some things that didn't age well on the internet. But to me, what he's saying and doing right now is what matters the most. Maybe he had a change of heart. All right, go ahead.
Yeah.
Because I'm never going to shut the hell up. It's the longest podcast ever.
Lamb of God vocalist Randy Blythe has posted an extensive op-ed of sorts that further expounds upon his current grim outlook regarding the actions and policies of the Trump administration and his concerns over where he perceives the country and society is headed. Randy's thoughts on the matter have directly influenced the next studio album from his multi-platinum groove metal band, Lamb of God.
Album! He's doing an album on this shit?
Yep, doing an album on it.
Woo!
It's called Into Oblivion.
What?
In an interview published earlier this month with Kerrang, Blythe at one point told that publication, "I am not happy with the way the world is right now. We are keening towards some sort of crash, and there are people who not only recognize this, but are trying to hasten it in order to profit from it." Upon announcing Into Oblivion earlier this month, Blythe made it clear that much of his concerns stem from the current state of the United States, stating in a press release that he landed on that album title because that's where we are heading. In general, the album is about the ongoing and rapid breakdown of the social contract, particularly here in America. Things are acceptable now that would have horrified people just 20 years ago. He's writing a whole album on this stuff.
I can't fucking wait.
That's heavy. Like we're coming out with No Kings. That's
Right.
the song.
Right, that's all I was like,
He's
oh my God.
like, I'm so outraged by this. This is so
That's what I'm saying.
mind-blowing that he's like,
To
I have
me-
so much inspiration. I have so many words.
To me, that's
that
more
I'm just
metal.
gonna write a whole thing.
And to me, that's more metal than anything. To me, that's what...
Yeah.
I understand. I understand
That's
that.
definitely being a writer of the times. Like, you're an
Dude.
artist.
Right.
You're a musician.
Oof.
If you can
And it's
find
reporting,
an
though.
inspiration, enough motivation, inspiration, and creativity
It's not just
to
opinion.
make up a whole album,
Yes.
is just honestly like the most beautiful thing.
And it's
I
not
have
just
read.
opinion. Artists, we're reporting, man. It's not just like we like, as artists, we see stuff and then like we paint what we're seeing, or we paint what we're thinking about or imagining. No, the art is what is used to expand the Overton window like a dream. The art is a way for you to look at life at such a perspective where we can sample and test things in the dream world, in the experimental world. We can test our emotions and we can really challenge our thoughts and ideas. While listening to music and lyrics, we can be in an oblivion. We can travel back in time quickly. You know, we can be in the Wild West, and then we can have a glimpse of what it's like in the hood, without necessarily going to jail and, you know what I mean, and losing your apartment and blowing off a leg in Iraq. You can hear. So when you think about music like this, in 50 years, 100 years, 200 years, if anybody brings up music at all, or heavy metal, or Lamb of God, they will, you know, if they care about that, or if there's credibility or value in that, people will want to know. People want to be able to feel and experience, what did it feel like in 2026. I want to hear and feel the sights and smells and climate of heavy metal at that time. And I tell you, because that's how I feel when I listen to like Ronnie James Dio, and I listen to those old mixes in the car, and they're a little boxy and like dusty, right? But like there's something beautiful, and I'm not being generic, you know, oh, I love the old music because I'm an old guy. No, I really do. And I appreciate new computer crystalline music too. I love lossless crystalline hi-hats, okay? I'm not a purist. I'm not an elitist. I don't want to gatekeep anybody. I think we should bend and break music as far as it goes. I really don't care.
But it really goes to show you that art imitates life.
Yes.
So if you're going to be an artist,
damn,
the art that you create is going to imitate the life in which you live and or have seen.
People will blame us for being political, but it's like, no, we're just taking a fucking snapshot through the lens of the band and through our music and our mechanism.
In some way,
you know,
it'll be in the history books for the people beyond us to come back to and be like, who the fuck are these people?
Yes. It's not about being right either. It's not about being accurate. It's about
someone's going to discover your art if you're going to be an artist.
Through the art of Lamb of God, people will be able to understand, discover, and experience through that frequency and lens of what they felt about the climate of 2025 and 2026. Whether you like it or agree with it, or you don't like what's happening, you know, when you watch Friday the 13th. You don't like the activities that are happening. You don't like that, you know, a young lady's getting cut up on Saw. Well, hopefully you don't like that. But people go out to see horror movies, and people go out to watch old World War II films, and they want to view it through various lenses so they have a panoramic bloom. And that is what people use to make up their own ideas and thoughts and contributions. Holy shit.
And even in those pieces of art, and even in those pieces of movies and music, there are going to be bits and small seconds and little glimpses that they're not going to like.
Yes.
And if you like the entire thing, that's great. But I'm talking like rationally, like within like a minute, you may not like a character in your favorite Captain America movie.
You're not being fair to yourself. You never used to put that type of like weird pressure on yourself back in the day. Like none of us did. We never we never said to ourselves, I'm going to take on the challenge and pressure of liking every second and minute of every song that my favorite band puts out. That's that's crazy people shit. If you were a fan of Halo, there were those levels or those spots in the game that you didn't like very much. There's the gun that you really weren't crazy about, right? Like you didn't love everything. There are those. If you're a big Sepsiss fan, you might like a handful of songs, or maybe you're a huge Sepsiss fan, but you only like 2 songs. I can't say that somebody's less of a fan of our band because they like 2 songs. Because there can be another fan out there that is a fan of our entire catalog, but yet they can't remember a lyric and they don't know what the fuck we stand for.
Mm-hmm.
So
and then
none
you
of
would
them
have
are
to go
wrong.
into and then you would have to determine if you wanted to play that game, what is actually a fan.
Oh my goodness.
And no one is going to take 8 hours and have a discussion about that.
Like we
so
did.
might as well take what you can.
Right. And like Randy's not going to sit down with y'all and explain to you guys, hey, no hats in the swarm.
He didn't even say that. He just simply said, I'm not happy. I'm not happy. We're in a place in a crash, and I'm going to write a whole album about it.
I like when people are like, it's not about really being for or against. He said, I'm unhappy. And I'm going to report it. I'm going to put it in the music. And this is through my lens. And then history. The strongest voices. Okay.
And take it from Randy. Like, he's been around for a while.
Yeah, he has. You're right. He's not a young kid.
So speaking of voices and all of that.
Right. We're not talking about like this is your nephew.
Right. He has
my nephew.
He
on
remembers
Facebook.
a world just like how you can, and most people in y'all's peer group can remember a time 20 years ago where all of this that's happening right now is completely frowned upon. Like there would be like a lot.
Yes.
It's like from that perspective where
Oh,
I'm
you
just
ain't
like,
lying.
you're a freaking genius, man.
No, he did it.
This is writing 101. If you don't
my
like it, I don't
God.
care. You don't like writing then?
Yeah, some people don't give a fuck. And you know what? Fuck them.
Mm-hmm. They're the same people that don't read after they send the message.
And that's the thing, like, you would be surprised at how many people come to our social media and they will say, I don't like what you guys are saying. Then fuck off!
Then you can go click, to about
Right, nobody's
20 minutes ago where he just recited this entire editorial about how not to be here if that's
right.
you.
Then
So you can go click back, hashtag replay, and he can tell you all the types of people that cannot be here. And you're going to be one of them.
Right, no one is begging you to listen to our music. We're not secretly hoping people like us more than they do.
Okay, listen.
What the
If
fuck?
anyone has received a message from any of us saying, please, 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 oh dear, please listen to our music, put a B in the chat.
Right, we don't, and this
Crickets.
is gonna fuck people up. We don't hope that you fucking agree with us. People are like, what the fuck?
Yeah, no.
I don't hope that you like every second or moment of things that I do in my life. And I'm fully aware that today we are all under the cruel impression and challenge, okay? It's completely hysterical, and I think that it's make-believe. I think people are hallucinating this, but walk with me. That we have to like every moment and every measure of someone's music to be a fan of them. Going back to what you're saying about being a fan. How do we know when we're a fan, right? When we remember all the lyrics? There's some bands out there I'm just absolutely fucking wild about. I can't sing none of them lyrics.
Mm-hmm.
Because I'm too busy fucking listening to it. It's not about me.
Mm-hmm. Too busy absorbing what you put out there to really put myself into it.
There's many ways to listen to something.
Mhm.
You've got something you can study to versus something that is casual versus something that's motivational. I'm going to tell you something about our music right now. Our music is hard to listen to if you plan on calming down.
Yeah.
So fans of music that want to study a lot aren't going to love our music because our music is motivational. Our music is sometimes confrontational. Sometimes our music can be polar, manic. Sometimes our music can reflect frustration or mental health, right? So people that aren't ready to face those ideas and topics and emotions aren't going to like our music. There's another thing that people don't like about our music is that it's very feminine and it's very sexual. So a lot of men don't like our music because a lot of men are afraid of being vulnerable, being emotional. Men are often afraid of sexual ideas or vulnerable ideas. And I know it's popular for men to be macho and think that they're sexual, but men usually only run on a couple of gears. I know, I'm a man. And so, humor is one of them. Anger is another one. You know what I mean? Like there's not a lot of complex gears that are always going around. Our performance bag and wheelhouse is not diverse. Meaning, for those of you that may be lost now, what I'm saying is it's not popular for men to share their feelings. It's not. I don't believe this. Please don't put me in this fucking category.
Don't shoot the messenger.
Right. This is not something that I want. You know what I mean? I'm just telling you that there are groups of people that think that,
he's a guy, so
right. Wearing too much color, might be soft for some of you. You know what I mean?
You are so feminine with your orange hat.
It's too much expression.
You're so loud.
You're trying to advertise and be too flirty. You know what I mean?
Y'all silly.
No,
but yeah.
That's why advertising. But that's why advertising in heavy metal isn't fucking tough.
And that's why there's people wearing watermelon Nike Tech outfits with glee.
Oh, I see that.
There's two kinds of people.
No, you ain't lying on that.
And they think it's hard too. They're asking it for Christmas.
I want one for Christmas.
Hell yeah. Come on, y'all. Look up watermelon Nike.
Oh, hold on now. Don't be looking up nothing.
Don't look it up. You're going to want one.
No, you're going to want it. You'll be dressing like me.
Don't dress like him.
Is Australia's teen social media ban actually working? Do you remember this?
I do. That's a great question. Is it working?
I figured we'd circle back on this and check it out.
Has there been outrage?
I'm outraged.
How are the
No, I'm not really.
How are the Australian people?
I don't know,
handling
but
this?
the Australian people are always doing things before we do.
Right.
That's why I keep an eye on Australia.
Mm-hmm.
You ever noticed that? They're
smart.
cool. Yeah. What?
For a continent / country that's down near the southern Arctic tundra, they're very advanced and progressive.
Well, why wouldn't they be advanced? They got stuff.
That's true.
They got stuff.
But they also have a vast majority of the continent that's uninhabitable.
I don't know a lot about... well, can I be open with you?
Uh-huh.
People don't live in most of this continent either.
Mm-hmm. It's abandoned.
So that's what I'm saying. Like, if you looked at Australia in the nighttime, you'd see that a lot of it, the lights would be out.
Mm-hmm.
But if you looked at the northern United States, you would notice the same thing. That most of the pretty lights are all in one area. All you have to do... Yes, all you have to do, right, if you ever want to see what societies are the healthiest, you can tell when the lights go out. You could tell, who's got night lights. The countries that don't have night lights, it means they don't have the internet, they don't have cable TV, they don't have, you see what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
They're still burning firewood and coal and shit.
They need Starlink.
Right, to those people, to those, that's a sad reality. To those people, they're, dial-up and Game Boys and
They're using our old Nokia.
yes, like when I went to Costa Rica, I noticed they had their hands on a lot of technology and different things that we've already moved on.
They basically have our scraps.
I also know. Well, no, and no. To be clear, I also want to point out they had some other things that we didn't have that were far more advanced. See what I'm saying?
That's cool.
So it's not like we are not as advanced over any countries that we think we are like that. Of course, we are more advanced than people that live in the woods. But we are not more advanced than advanced countries.
Or advancing countries.
American nationalism will teach you that we are not advanced, and that's why we are always pursuing more colonialism.
We're also not advancing either.
Right, but
we're very stagnant.
Well, that's true. That's true. That's true. And that's because we're back to our same old tricks. People have learned.
Yeah, we can't seem to keep
the rest of the world has
we're
learned.
Really defying the Newton's third law of an object that's in motion tends to stay in motion.
When all else fails, sell weapons and colonize. That's what we do.
That's why we can't advance.
Right, when we don't win at anything, start a fight.
We can't be like Australia and advance.
Right, but that would mean, okay, but let's talk about that. That would mean taking risks. That would mean doing things that we haven't done before, not going back to a time that we thought was great.
Well,
you see what I'm saying? That would mean going forward and trying things.
Here.
Right, but that's an issue. If you don't, if your band doesn't ever move forward and take risks and play a few sets in the next town over, then your band's not going to grow, and then you're not going to meet new people, you're not going to learn new tricks, you're not going to see other bands play on stage, and you're going to think you're the fucking shit, and you're going to develop a superiority and isolationist complex that we have here now. Where we believe that we're the shit and we're at the top of our game and we're type 3 human intelligence and we should be colonizing Mars and we deserve all the say and we should be policing the world. No, that's how we got here.
Oh my.
By thinking that we're best friends with God.
Well, we're 85 seconds to midnight, so.
I know, I wanted to cover that story so bad. I'm fucking crazy.
If you don't know what we're talking about, look it up. Thank you.
The Australian government continues to claim that its teen social media ban has been a big success, with more than 4.7 million accounts believed to be operated by teens either deactivated or restricted since the implementation of the new laws. I think it's great.
Everybody be more like Australia.
I'm not going to repeat myself because I usually tell everybody that I think that there should be an internet for children separate than one for adults. That way adults can generate, adult porn and use adult language and have adult videos and do adult shit. And then the kids can have an internet of their own where they can do whatever kids do now, They
can draw... Freaking Nyan cat.
They have their own, right? They have their own 8-bit languages now.
Right.
Meta alone says that it's removed 500,000 accounts. I think that's great. We don't know if that's true, but that's the report.
500,000. That's pretty cool.
Pretty cool, right?
Yeah. Everybody follow in this footsteps.
I thought you'd like that.
I do. I have hope for humanity. And just that continent alone.
All right. I guess we'll end it with this one.
Okay. Oh, wait. You don't want to do the special one?
What one was it? What was it about?
It was the first one.
It was fucking terrible.
The one you weren't going to cover just yet.
Hold on, let me see what it was.
It's the first one.
I think I hate it.
I don't know.
Oh my God.
I don't
Oh my
know.
God. Oh fuck. I'm not gonna go crazy on
We're
this.
not, but we are going.
Do you want to cover it? You want to cover it? I fucking can't stand this fucking guy.
I hate this guy, but for the viewer that have followed us in this story,
That's true.
we have to do this because we did this with the other one.
That's true. We did. You're right.
In true
What the
podcast.
fuck?
This is for the viewer. This is not for us.
Oh my God.
This is
Hold
for the
on.
viewer alone. Viewer meaning you, viewer. Watch I Hit Podcast if you want to
I
know.
gotta make sure that this is working.
Do you want me to read it or do you want to do it? Because this is a pretty...
You can read it.
Okay.
It's not long.
Here we go. The moment everyone's
Oh look,
been wanting.
look! They try to get us.
Wow.
Oh,
This
God.
music?
They're all set. That's
Everybody?
fucking gross.
Look at your screen.
Now, we've been covering this story for years. So the only reason why we are going to cover this is because this is considered continued coverage.
Mm-hmm.
I know we're just sitting here. I think it's good for everybody to just
Just look at the screen
right. Just be
And-
here.
and understand we did this for you because
What
we
the fuck is this
have been
bullshit?
talking about this forever. We did this with Diddy. It's only for y'all.
It's only fair now.
Okay?
For those of you that've been keeping up with the storyline, here we go.
Put a 1 in the chat if you have. Here we go. A previously dismissed. I'm going to start this really slow, okay?
Hold on. Pull up. Right.
This is going to be really slow,
Hold up.
okay? I have a bit of an accent, so bear with me. A previously dismissed sexual assault lawsuit filed against Marilyn Manson by his former personal assistant, Ashley Walters, has been successfully revived following the passage of a new California law. Walters initially filed her lawsuit in 2021, alleging that Manson subjected her to sexual harassment, sexual assault, sexual battery, intentional infliction of emotional distress, and violations of multiple California civil codes. The alleged incidents are said to have occurred between August 2010 and July 2011, during the period in which Walters was employed by Marilyn Manson. I guess his real name is Brian Warner or whatever.
This is Marilyn Manson that spit in that lady's face in New Hampshire.
Mm-hmm.
Remember that?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Same guy.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. The case was first dismissed in May 2020 after a judge ruled that the claims were barred by the statute of limitations.
Okay, and this is where I got to jump in. The case was dismissed in May 2022 after a judge ruled the claims were barred. What that means is the woman that was alleging all of these acts, okay, was technically suppressed, meaning there was a technicality in the court, a statute a time limit. There was a time limit where the complaint had to come forward. But because of the time limit, the claims were barred by the statute of limitations that limits the amount of time. There's a window where you can bring a complaint, where you can contact the court and bring forth a complaint. So I want to make that clear, because it doesn't say a judge found him innocent.
That was not said in that sentence.
It doesn't say this case was dismissed because a lack of evidence. It was dismissed because he didn't do it. It also doesn't say that he did it. I want to make that perfectly clear, and I've said that in the past.
It basically says they couldn't even view it because there was a statute of limitations
And
that was reached.
out of
technicality.
Yes.
And out of respect to that statute of limitations, they couldn't even address the case.
Exactly, out of respect for the technicality of the law. So because all parties decided and have to abide by the law had a statute of limitations. In translation, there was a time period where the complaints could go forward legally.
Mm-hmm.
So it's not that he was found guilty
Or not.
right, but it's right. He also didn't clear his name, and I think that should be known.
They just couldn't even look at it because of a technicality.
So what really happened is we avoided being in court, and when you avoid being in court, everybody knows that the processes that play out in court are public.
Mm-hmm.
So by not going to court on the allegations, because of the statute of limitations, we were not, as the public, the court was not able to go over the details in the allegations of the case. We weren't able to examine the facts or lack thereof.
And determine whether there was enough, not enough, if he did it or if he didn't. Don't know.
Right.
Can't view it.
So at the present time, the case was dismissed in May 2022, after the judge had ruled that the claims were barred, meaning they couldn't have the conversation. They couldn't have a conversation about the claims in a public court. They had to bar those public conversations because of the rule of law, and of course everyone having to abide by the rule of law and the statute of limitations. They couldn't disrespect the law and go over the allegations, the facts, the hearsay. They couldn't go over the details of the case.
Walters later appealed that decision in December 2023. But the lawsuit was again dismissed this past December. At that time, the court cited ongoing statute of limitations concerns and questioned whether delayed discovery, including claims involving repressed memories, could legally apply in her case. That ruling has now been overturned due to California Assembly Bill 250, a law that went into effect in 2026. The legislation establishes a temporary revival window allowing adult survivors of alleged sexual assault to refile civil claims that were previously dismissed due to expired statute of limitations.
You know, I love that. Because I don't think there should be. I think
this is great for women.
Well, I think that
and survivors.
This is the type of the statute of limitations when it comes to sexual abuse are the predatory laws and tools that sickos, rapists, and powerful men exploit to actually harm their victims.
Mm-hmm.
Did you know that?
Mm-hmm.
And I only know that because I grew up in prisons and jails, and They told me.
It takes a true criminal
Yeah.
to know the law, to know how to suppress their victims so much where they go past the statute of limitations within their state for them to even file a claim.
No, real sick abusers plot this shit out. They know how many punches it takes to get them to the state prison. They know how much they know how to walk the line.
And just enough to get away with it.
And especially when they have money and they're powerful, it's all about walking the line and really throttling and toning in the severity. Anyways, and we'll come back to this one. We'll come back to this one.
But had to be announced.
Yeah, no. I think it's important. Under the provisions of AB 250, Walters has been permitted to reinstate a narrow version of her lawsuit. Follow-up hearing. Case is currently scheduled in March. I can't wait to hear more about this. Just and for all the people out there, it's not a smear campaign, man. Everybody should be rooting, whether you are somebody that is on. If you have to take a fucking side, you people are crazy. If you are a fan of Marilyn Manson, then you understand that this is a golden opportunity for him to clear his name. There's nothing to fear. If you are a friend of his, if you are in Marilyn Manson's corner and you really believe in him, this is an opportunity. It's like releasing the Epstein files. Releasing the Epstein files is a golden opportunity for people that love Trump and believe in him and his cabinet. Releasing the Epstein files would be a golden credibility building tool that Trump could use to prove to people that he wasn't involved with Jeffrey Epstein. If he dropped the public knowledge, everyone would be able to see, you know what, there's a lot of bad people in there, but Donald Trump's not in the Epstein files. It would instantly clear his name. So we're always baffled why Donald Trump doesn't want to release the Epstein files, because as a leader you think he would be able to tone and tune in to the idea that if you just released them, then everybody would be able to know that you weren't in them. Like, maybe a lot of people burn, maybe Billy Clinton burns. Fuck it, brother, he'd let you burn. So you would think that a smart leader like Marilyn Manson or Donald Trump would have no problem going in front of a court, in front of their public peers, and just allowing all the evidence to come out. Because think about the power and possibilities and opportunities of credibility building. Think about the aha, I told you so. Think about the kick in the pants. Think you'd really own the libs then, huh, guys? Think of what an advantage it would be to predators like Donald Trump or Marilyn Manson if they actually released all the information and allegations about them, if they released all the facts in public, because then they could absolutely use and acquire those tools to build credibility and do more sick shit. Think about the possibilities. So it's strange to me. I feel like Marilyn Manson should head into court. If you are a fan of Marilyn Manson, this is an opportunity for you should message him and let him know. Message his lawyers and tell them, yo, you know what? We've had enough of this shit. We want to get back to ticket sales. No more skeletons in our closet. He should go on the Marilyn Manson No Skeletons in My Closet tour. Have Donald Trump go out there. They released the Epstein files, and Marilyn Manson actually goes into a courtroom where we can deposition everybody in public and then leave it to society and to the court and a jury of their peers to determine whether or not they're sickos. This would be a perfect opportunity for either one of them to clear their name and go, ha ha ha, look, we got you guys the whole time. But they're not going to do that.
Nope.
And you all know why. We'll see you next week.
Bye.
on another episode of the Sepsiss Show. Music, culture, social meteors, and more.